In this week's Torah portion, we read about the horrific story of the rebellion of Korach and his cohort, which ended quite tragically for him and his family. And Rashi tells us that the cause for this rebellion was Korach's jealousy. Korach felt that his cousin, Elitzaphan, who was younger than him and later in the family than him, was given a position he should have had. And you can see it beautifully outlined in the packets that Rabbi has provided for us this week, the family tree. Now we have to remember that the Talmud tells us that Korach was the wealthiest Jew that ever lived. Extraordinarily wealthy. And the job that he felt he was passed over for was Rosh Beis Av Mishpachas Kahafs. It wasn't for the tribal leadership. It wasn't for the Leiby HaGadol, which the Zohar says he would have been picked for had he not been jealous. It was a relatively minor position. The head of the household of the Kahas family. So here you have Bill Gates, wealthiest man in the world, consumed with jealousy that his cousin was picked as the undersecretary assistant of the Navy. You know, it's just absurd. But that's how jealousy is. It's not the first time we've seen jealousy tearing a family apart in the Torah. That, of course, we saw much earlier with Cain and Abel. And you know what they say? How long did Cain hate his brother? As long as he was able. Human nature is strange. When we see someone else having some sort of success, even maybe a success that we have far leapfrogged ahead of, we become jealous. Why didn't I have that? Why can't I have this? This guy just got a new car. This person just bought a new house. And we start getting consumed with jealousy. And it's a very, very dangerous thing. The verse tells us in Mishlei and Proverbs, Urekav atzamos kina, and the rot of bones is jealousy. You get consumed with jealousy, and soon you find yourself rotting from within, not putting any value on what you have. And some of our sages explain that it's the opposite. It's saying that the rot of bones is the cause of jealousy. When you don't believe in yourself, you're jealous of everyone else. It's a good thing for us to think about. Whenever we find ourselves being jealous, say, what's wrong with my life that I find myself being so jealous? So how do we beat jealousy? What's the trick? So we see a very interesting conversation between God and Cain. Cain was jealous that God accepted his brother's offering, Abel's offering, and not his offering, and God says to him, Vayomar Hashem el Cain, this is in Genesis, and Hashem says to Cain, Lama charalach, why are you so annoyed? V'lama naflu panecha, why has your face fallen? Why has your countenance fallen? Why are you so angry and so depressed and so jealous of your brother? Halo im seitiv se'es. If you make it better, you will be uplifted. However, if you do not make it better, at the doorstep stands sin. And it just wants to get you. However, but you can beat it. In life, we're always going to be feeling a certain sense of we've been challenged by this, and we've been challenged by that, and other people have it so much easier than us. And God says to Cain, there's a simple recipe. Either you decide to make yourself better through your challenges, and then you will be uplifted far above anyone around you, or you can just sit there and wallow in your own self-misery, and you're going to open up the door. You're going to open up your door, and everything you see on the streets, I mean, this guy is this better than you, and that guy is this better than you, and everywhere you go, it's all over. You walk outside of your door, you're going to be hit with jealousies and angers and resentments all day long. We look at some of the greatest people in history. People have had major effects on this country. Often they were people who were given a very, very tough hand. And they followed the recipe that God gave. Halo seitiv, if you make it better, if you improve yourself, despite your challenges, you will be uplifted. Not by looking at what everyone else has and you don't have, but rather by looking at what you could become. I want to tell you about a guy named Terry Fox. He was born in 1958 in Canada. And at the age of 19, he was very athletic. He played hockey and lacrosse, hockey, everyone plays in Canada, but he played hockey and lacrosse and basketball and tennis. And in 1977, when he was 19 years old, he got cancer in his leg. And the doctors told him he had to amputate one leg. Can you imagine the ultimate jealousy? Everyone's got two, I've got one. And yet he decided that he was not going to let it take him down. He was going to be uplifted. And as soon as he came out of surgery, he came out with an incredible passion and enthusiasm. He got a prosthesis, and he trained, and he decided that he was going to run across Canada. And in 1980, on June 12th, he dipped his prosthesis in the Atlantic Ocean at Newfoundland and started running across Canada. 26 miles a day, a marathon, every single day. And at first, no one knew who he was. But then people started hearing this guy with a prosthesis running around Canada. People would come out to greet him, and people were running with him. He became a major sensation, raising millions of dollars for charity. For 133 days, he ran a marathon every day. Ran over 3,000 miles. Unfortunately, when he was 90% of the way to the Pacific Ocean, the cancer came back, and he had to go home for treatments, and he passed away in July of 1981. Many marathons sprang up all over Canada and the U.S. to raise money for cancer research in his name. Over $500 million has been raised since then. And in 1999, at the end of the second millennia, when the Canadians were asking who was the greatest hero we ever had, the number one answer came back: Terry Fox. As being Canada, I don't know who the other contenders were exactly. So. When we are beset by challenges, we can choose Halom Seitiv if we want to improve ourselves and make ourselves